I think it was a terrible idea to bring Brock Lesnar back. Now I'm having to pay $30 just to watch PLEs.
Survivor Series, third row ringside, $5,407.20.
The hell? I think it was a terrible idea to bring Brock Lesnar back. I've seen the comments from all these people online. You know, I understand the zeitgeist is anything's okay these days.
Yeah.
I just don't believe that. It's hard for me to accept Brock Lesnar back. It kind of makes sense from a business perspective because he does draw, but it doesn't make the image of WWE look good. Having him back on TV wrestling and as if nothing happened. He was suspended for something. And people say, well, the legal team reviewed it and everything's okay. Just because the legal team said that, hey, this probably is not going to result in a lawsuit, doesn't mean that it's good or right. And people say, well, he didn't commit a crime and this man's the one that did everything.
Well, I mean, people are still saying that about Vince, though. He hasn't been convicted yet. Therefore, he should be on TV and all this because he hasn't been convicted of anything.
That's
not how it works.
Absurd.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
First of all, there's a ton of evidence against this Vince McMahon.
Right.
But my concern is he's in a position where he's basically offered, even though they never actually hooked up, he's basically offered services as part of a deal to re-sign. I mean, what else could it have been? Did Brock Lesnar just think that there was this woman that just really liked him and was willing to do pee videos for him and of her own free will, and it had nothing to do with him signing back on? I mean, his daughter knows about this stuff. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Just imagine knowing your dad was being unfaithful with some woman to get a deal to sign back on. It may not be illegal, but it's immoral. Now, granted, wrestlers have been doing immoral stuff for a very long time. Makes me wonder how long it's going to take before they bring back Vince.
I think that opened the door for Vince.
You know, it makes me wonder how do all the women that are employed by WWE feel about this.
Everybody on that roster is getting paid pretty well from what I understand. And I think a lot of people don't care. And they do not care. They care, but they're not going to say anything.
I don't know. They should have kept Brock off. Let's move on. First of all, I don't like any other sport except for wrestling. And it's not a sport, technically. I don't care about football. Now, Lance, he likes all that stuff. He's into that stuff big time. I'm not. There's really no reason for me to want to watch anything on ESPN. First of all, one of the reasons why they did this is ESPN apparently wants WWE's female audience. I'm like, what? Wrestling is still predominantly male viewers.
Yeah.
A lot of the women that watch wrestling, not all of them. I've met some really serious hardcore female wrestling fans, but a lot of them take their kids to the matches and stuff like that. It's not like they're huge fans themselves or they watch it with their family or something.
Yeah.
It's not like they're number one performer of entertainment in a lot of cases. It's still very much male dominated. You know, I might have pissed off some really hardcore female fans, and I apologize if I did.
There are some hardcore female
out there,
fans, especially if you get on TikTok.
But
I follow a few of them.
I wouldn't say it's 40% of the audience, though. The only way you're going to get me to watch football is if they bring out this undead wizard who's worshiping a higher power, and this higher power, after taking out the other team, reveals himself to be their owner. Then I would gladly watch football, but none of that's going to happen. So no, ESPN, I'm not watching your other crap. I'm just being made to pay when I could have just paid $5.99 on Peacock, but now I'm having to pay $30 just to watch PLEs, which are getting shorter and less frequent over time. So in 2026, to be a wrestling fan for the WWE, you're going to have a Netflix subscription. You're going to have an ESPN subscription. Fortunately, this is free. You can watch a day after on the CW app episodes of NXT. And then you got to subscribe to some sort of cable service to watch SmackDown. I remember the glory days where all you needed was Hulu and the network. It's just gotten obscene. And they're taking us to the cleaners because they know that wrestling is popular right now, but you're going to lose fans because of this. There's going to be some fans that just say this is just too much money, or fans that really like wrestling that can't afford all this crap. And now, let's go ahead and just tie it in. The dadgum ticket prices.
I've actually got Ticketmaster pulled up here just to give some examples.
Give some examples
of this
Lance.
Bullshit. Monday Night Raw for September 22nd, ringside, third row, $606.15 for one ticket. Now, would you like to switch over to AEW and compare this?
Yeah.
Third row at a Dynamite. Okay, September 24th, Pittsburgh for Dynamite. $262.30.
Huge difference.
Yeah, huge difference.
What if you wanted to bring your kids?
I'd say it's a mom, dad, and one kid. You're spending $2,000. Go to a Raw, sit, third row ringside.
In the past few years, I've been to a SmackDown and I've been to a Dynamite. On the Dynamite, I was basically front row. I was right by
we were front row, yeah.
The timekeeper table. In SmackDown, I wasn't on the floor. I was higher up. It's still pretty decent seats. But the price for the front row ticket at AEW was comparable to the far back ticket on SmackDown. It was just an amazing experience. I can't condone paying $600 to go to a WWE show. There's just nothing in me that says that's okay. Talent-wise, the WWE is the best it's been in a long time. They've got the daggum talent, but the creative sucks. Triple H, you suck. I'm just going to go ahead and say it. And I was probably the guy that was the biggest one behind you whenever you started taking over creative, and you've let us down.
Just to add on to the ticket prices a little bit, I'm going to pull up some pay-per-views. I almost shit my pants when I saw this price. I'm looking at Survivor Series this year. Third row ringside, $5,407.
What
20 cents.
the hell?
Yeah. Okay, Wrestle Dream, October 18th, $333.
Once again, if I had a choice of which one I'm going to Wrestle Dream. I'll be there with my John Cena shirt, and I'll boo every time they flip, and I'll boo every time they no-sell the Canadian Destroyer. But I have more fun there than you can't have fun knowing you spent $5,000 to go to Survivor
That's
Series.
all I would be thinking about. I'd be like, I just spent over $5,000 for this.
Like, they better go out there and
I don't think anything could happen that would make it worth $5,000.
No.
Nothing could happen.
I could see WrestleMania maybe costing that much, but no, not any other pay-per-view.
No.